we hear a lot of people that ask us questions around speed of messaging, and they say, well, I'm unregistered right now and I can go as fast as I want, I can send as many messages as I need to, but if I register, we keep hearing about all these message per minute limits and daily caps from T-Mobile. Do those apply to political organizations and campaigns?
So when you're running an election campaign, and that's state, local, or federal election campaigns, then T-Mobile have a specific process, which at the moment there's a verification of that election campaign, which is utilized via a token, which is issued by a third party. That third party, once they've issued the token, you bring that into the campaign registry. We will then take that token, we will check that your entity does exist. And we work with Aegis very closely on that verification. And with that verification that the entity is not one of the C3, C4, C5, C6s, and it comes with this verification token, then we can then push it through into the political use case. And that political use case on T-Mobile is an uncapped throughput. It's an unlimited throughput on T-Mobile, and on AT&T it's the highest throughput that AT&T offers within 10 DLC, which is 4,500 messages per minute, transactions per minute, so TPM. So both AT&T and T-Mobile will give the largest throughput for people that are confirmed as election campaigns.
Okay. And I know you said 4,500 a minute there for AT&T, and I think to some of our customers, they might think that that's a small number. But just to kind of put that in context, about a third of your contacts will be on the AT&T network.
Right.
So extrapolate that out over the course of an hour, you're talking 800 to 900,000 messages an hour. This is a big number. There's not many P2P vendors out there other than Peerly and maybe one or two others that would even be able to support that kind of load or capacity. So it's effectively as fast as you could possibly want to go.
Exactly right. And what we've seen and what we've been seeing, Dan, I think what you've been seeing as well is, I think as you said in your summation earlier, there are very few, if any, companies that have had issues with termination of their political messaging. There have been little hiccups, definitely, and there are things around certain types of messaging which we're here to help with, and the carriers realize that they're tweaking their systems to make sure that artificial blocks don't fall on things, and they're reviewing and releasing those blocks as fast as they can if they do happen. But ultimately, I mean, we have not seen anyone that has had this verification token with the political use case on T-Mobile. That has gone through really smoothly, really fast, and everybody is seeing their messaging being better than it was when it was running unregistered, where there was still this potential for even arbitrary blocking that could happen if you suddenly push too much through on a particular number. That goes away because you can put as many numbers as you need to under a campaign. And with that campaign information in the hands of the carriers, they know what's running across their networks, and then they will be supportive. Obviously, you still need to send compliant messaging, which you can't just go out and blast things about marijuana clinic, just left, right, and center, ignoring the compliance regulations, and that's the CTIA guidelines that everybody follows. And as long as it's compliant messaging and people are not suddenly up in arms about what they're getting and saying that this is unwarranted or spam messaging and they sending in complaints, this messaging is going to terminate fine.